Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. This video is for all the women out there who do have a good husband, but you're screwing it up.
17 and a half years married, 4 kids. I begged this man, please I've never been out of the U.S. Can we please go out of the U.S.? I want to experience something new. Can we travel? Can we do something? No. I get a text from him 5 minutes ago. What does it say? Hey, I need your permission. It's in the planning, but me and Aaron, his fiance, are taking her kids and he wants to take Kylie to Mexico for spring break. And I said, because he needs my permission to do that. And I said, absolutely, it's a great experience for her. Just please watch her, have fun and be safe. But it's really, really hard for me because it's like 17 and a half years, 4 kids, and I begged you to take us or to take me and to do those kinds of trips and to spend that kind of time with us. And it was always no. And now you're giving this woman everything that I begged you for. Everything I begged you for, you are giving to her.
Now, before you all get all sentimental for her, let me explain to you quickly why he didn't want to take her on these trips. This is a perfect example of a man doing what I call shutting down. Why did he shut down? Because she was unappreciative, a nagger, a complainer, and no matter what he did, it was never enough. And I guarantee you, if we could talk to her ex-husband, he would verify it.
People do that because they want to feel heard. They want to know that they're validated for feeling the way that they're feeling, that it's not right and it isn't okay. And it confirms my choice to divorce was right. Even though I'm the one that was shamed and I'm the one that lost friends of 15 years because they didn't want to be associated with me anymore because I walked away.
Because you walked away from a good man who was trying. Think about it. Would her friends of 15 years have disassociated themselves from her if she had walked away from a bad husband? Of course not.
It's just so hurtful. It's so hurtful when the person that you love and just you see them give somebody else everything that you asked for, and they turn around and give it to somebody else.
Now watch her try to rationalize this so none of this is her fault. Because I guarantee you, she had something to do with the reason why he didn't want to take her on trips.
And maybe it's because he's giving it to her because he realized, hey, Mandy left me because I wouldn't give it to her and I wasn't listening to her. I'm not going to make that same mistake twice.
Yeah, that's it.
But it still doesn't change the fact. You're giving her everything I asked you for. You know, talking about self-worth and loving yourself. It's hard not to, when something like this happens, to go, why is she worth doing all of this for and I'm not? And why? And I know I shouldn't think that, but you can't help but think that. And then on the other hand, you're like, and why can't I find somebody who wants to give me those things and wants to love me and let me love them too in the same? Like, I'm not just saying give that to me, but like mutual, like I want to give you everything that you want and I want you to help me get the things that I want.
You see how they try to convince you they were such angels during the relationship? Think about it. If she was giving unto her husband, and he wasn't giving her what she deserved in return, when she left him, her friends would have told her, good girl, finally you left him. You don't deserve to be treated that way, you deserve better. But she said her friends of 15 years deserted her because she broke it off with him.
My choice to divorce was right. Even though I'm the one that was shamed and I'm the one that lost friends of 15 years because they didn't want to be associated with me anymore because I walked away.
See?
It just feels so unfair. And life isn't fair. And, you know, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is.
Yeah, life is unfair. And this is a hard pill to swallow. But you're not telling us that you talked to him and he specifically told you the reason why he wouldn't take you on these trips. See how they conveniently leave out certain details? Well, if you think I may be off on what truly happened with this woman, here's a man proving my point.
While I was married, believe it or not, I thought of myself to be a hopeless romantic the first 5 years of marriage. Get this, one day the ex-wife said, hey, I really like this album. She's raving about it. So one day I surprised her with the CD. And I gift it, and she comes home, she looks at it, she goes, I didn't want the CD, I wanted the tape, don't you listen? I'm like, oh. There were many times I cleaned the house, folded everything, put everything away, and only to come home to hear, you cleaned it wrong, you folded the towels wrong. I'm like, oh. Imagine years of that. And then imagine having reservations at a fancy Mexican restaurant for your 5th year anniversary to have mariachis walk out to play your wedding song, Cien Años, for her, and then to kind of dance and celebrate the moment at the restaurant, only to hear in the car, don't you ever embarrass me like that again. Like, what do you mean? You know how I am in front of people, don't you dare do that to me again. I'm like, oh. At that point, I stopped caring because I didn't feel appreciated, so I stopped. The point of all this is, if your husband or wife is making efforts, thank them. If it's not exactly what you wanted, thank them anyway and shut your mouth, because again, they went out of the way to do something small for you. And if they don't feel appreciated, they'll stop. Why bother if you're just gonna hurt them at the end?
And there you have it from a man who was actually married and giving his all, but his wife was constantly being unappreciative, so he stopped doing for her. This woman is learning the hard way that communication is the key. A lot of times, your partner is telling you exactly what you're doing that's causing the problem, but you're deciding that you don't want to listen and you want to do things your way, based on what you feel you deserve. Well, miss, you're about to embark on another hard pill to swallow. It's called being a single woman after 40 years old.
A term that I keep hearing bandied about on here is hitting the wall. Several men have said that I have hit the wall. I'm not going to let that get me down, because upon further research, the term refers to any woman over age 29, because by that age she has allegedly lost all of her sexual desirability and therefore hit the wall. Men, does somebody really believe this to be true? Let me know.
Are you being sought after now as much as you were being sought after when you were 25? Then there's your answer.
It's Friday night and I have nothing to do. Single. My kids are all grown, out of the house. 3 of them live out of state. 1 of them lives here. Tonight, it's Friday, and I want to do something. So I'm sitting in the parking lot here, trying to figure out what to do on a Friday night.
Hey, good morning, TikTok people. I have, like probably a lot of other people out there that are 52, and I'm no longer a mom in the sense that I have to read bedtime stories. My kids are, 18 to 27 now. I'm no longer a wife, been divorced 8 years. I'm no longer a girlfriend after 8 years, been single now for a year. And hard realization is that my purpose was taking care of people, and I loved to take care of my family. And now people say, oh, take care of yourself. But what does that even look like? What do you do? Where do you start? And you don't want to go through life alone, but then you don't really want to date. You just don't. And so now it's like, where, how?
Older women are beautiful lovers.
If you're a woman in a relationship or a marriage with a bad man, please, by all means, get out. But if you just happen to be a woman in a relationship or a marriage with a good man who was treating you right and he stopped doing things for you, you might want to ask him what you did wrong, close your mouth and listen to what he's saying, and fix whatever it is he's saying he's having a problem with you. I'm warning you, if you don't, he'll resume being a good man and doing things for another woman, an appreciative woman. The grass is not always greener on the other side. It's hard out here in these single streets, especially for a woman over 30 who desires a good man in her life.
Hi, good evening, all my grown ladies. So, dating after 50 is much harder than I thought it was going to be. There's so many obstacles. I'm not sure how to get around it. Do I continue? I don't know, seriously. Make plans with someone and then they cancel last minute, no advance notice. Guy's still living at home with a wife, but they're separated. Yeah, right. Living at home with their mom. Unemployed due to COVID, of course. No transportation or ED. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do?
So when people say they're on the market at 53, I'm more likely on the clearance rack than anything else.
Hey, somebody to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.